So what is that?
Looks like they're going to go for the Aurora again.
Okay.
We talked about this earlier, Wolf. I think Hatred is the...
You have decent late game, very good early game, and very good mid game as well. It's pretty balanced kind of composition from RSG, and I would say that because of the skills that they have individually, and then you combine together their fundamentals, I think this is going to be a RSG-sided game.
Let's see if that's going to be the case here. A lot of poking happening already in the mid lane. Hook doesn't really land Super Yoshi. If that hook landed, that could have been the first blood.
Yeah, again, he's, light, loves to run this focusing mark on this Franco here, so that little extra percentage damage, that 6%, will help them, especially early on poking, but that's the other thing. I want to see this Aurora work. I'd love to see it again find success in the hands of Hatred here. And we'll see. When it comes to these skirmishes, especially now that this turtle will be that first objective in less than a minute here, that's going to be a big thing. You have the passive, that Pride of Ice available to you. You have also, of course, the Glacier, the Frigid Glacier ultimate that really sets things up. It's a great countermeasure into the Zaman Force if they can pull it off.
Yeah, the question remains, can they pull it off? The turtle will be spawning right now. That's the first turtle of the game. And I do believe that in some point, RSG still has the edge because of the Black Dragon form.
Yeah. And now remember, what really is good about the Aurora is you can probably be hooked and you're okay because you have the suppression of the passive, basically.
Yep.
Extra life. And then you can still pop your ultimate and your combo afterwards. So that's maybe the idea here for TNC too.
Like, you get pulled, you sacrifice yourself, you set things up.
Exactly.
Looks like both mid lane and XP lane trying to get their level 4 power spike, and will be the case here for Heads. Hatred has to wait for a little bit. Aqua already level 4. Demon Kite goes in.
He's going to jump in. Super Yoshi now. Hatred flickers in. There's the Glacier we're talking about. Comes in with a blunt of damage. Now still looking for the kill. Light is low, but there's the return. Nats, like we talked about on this Yu Zhang, is a menace. Gets that first blood.
Oh, that is a disaster for TNC Pro Team. Great engage coming in from Hatred, but looks like Kusei!
Tomed will win the fight! Down to the wire and down by the turtle. Heads falls as well. So a trade now for the objective, though. Still going to be fighting for it. Ryzen, though, will secure the turtle and Demon Kite on top of it. Trade after trade.
Can I just say, it felt like a messy fight, but I loved it.
Oh my goodness. It went down the wire, like literally like a hair of HP between the two players out there, or actually multiple members of both squads. Up top, there was Nomad eventually winning against Kusei. As long as you get out of the middle part of the Synchro Fission, you're going to be good, and that's what Nomad tried to do. Also, because of the extra heals you get from the from skill 1 of Lunox. And then in the turtle fight, you can see that Ryzen outplayed Demon Kite by dashing so that he can dodge that shield unity, and then in combination with Hatred, managed to get the Lord.
Wow.
So good communications actually from both Hatred as well as Ryzen.
Yeah, from a disaster, it went to TNC's favor, but still RSG ahead by a very small amount here. They're still looking for that one big hook coming in from Light, who apparently played the most Franco.
Ooh! The final slash. Hatred just going everywhere here. Still has that passive. The Pride of Ice will come back alive. Now down towards the fight. Light could be in trouble. Aqua able to get away for a little bit longer, but Super Yoshi goes in, capitalizes off the kill. They find some more room to move for TNC.
Oh, here we go again. TNC Pro Team finding what they need with early game aggression. The question remains, Wolf, how do they keep this alive for them?
Oh, Nomad. Okay, he's going to try to get away. He does again. Again, it happens. Kosei falls.
Good purify coming out from Nomad so they can get out of the slow. So to answer your question, Womi, what they need to do is to just make sure that they have good levels between Ryzen as well as Demon Kite so that they will take care of the turtle. And
two kills across the map.
2 kills, as I was explaining.
And now Demon Kite and Heads gonna go 1v1 with Grit One. Looks like he's gonna be able to go away. Go back to the mid lane, another fight. What the hell?
We're just...
Yep.
And there's so much happening, I feel like we're having a hard time catching it.
Royal Rumble between TNC and RSG. And that's mainly because of the idea of having the Arlen. Like you have low cooldown ultimate, already very active. Use the flicker in the middle to fish off Aqua. And then Heads is also in that same vein. Has the retribution for Ryzen and he steals it away.
Ooh.
This is what they needed to do. Make sure that the gap between the two junglers is immense.
Things are looking great here for TNC Pro Team. They've been in this territory for many times already. 2,000 gold leads, 4,000 gold leads, only for it to change in the First Lord. But good for them, there will be another turtle before that First Lord fight. And looking at the items right now, do you think that this Lunox build is specifically made to beat up this Harith?
I think Harith is always gonna be a hero where you can outplay your way out of. if you get my meaning right, you can outplay your way out of sticky situations just because of the dash and the purify.
Oh, hold on, Demon Kite gonna jump in. Now Ryzen has the best of the team with him. They're going in the backside, but he's frozen to death. His light's taken out. Ryzen to follow, still battling it out. Super Yoshi can't survive that as well. RSG comes back swinging. TNC. Nomad will capitalize the kill on Navs, though. It's a bloodbath back and
Demon
forth.
Kite.
Dude, Hatred's Aurora is stuff of legends.
That's true.
2-0 and 5.
This is something that we love to see for Hatred. Hatred goes in, doesn't really land the ice, but looks like TNC Pro Team 2K gold lead still. RSG actually secures a turret out there.
Yeah, but then I think RSG liked what kind of generally happened there because that gave a kill to Nets, shut down Ryzen. Well, it wasn't an actual shutdown, and they converted with a turret kill as well. So I think that overall RSG are generally happy of what happened in that fight up top.
And now RSG looking for the next big play here. Light still has that Iron Hook available. Last turtle as well. TNC Pro Team will be able to secure a good position around that objective. It looks like they're going to go for it immediately with Nomad already burning down its HP. But RSG looks like they're not gonna contest anymore and give it for free.
It's probably better they do this, given how TNC's really been playing the last couple minutes here.
Yeah.
Garnering themselves this lead and now got the objectives under control. So we'll see if RSG actually kind of adjusts from this before that Lord comes up here. We know they have great pickoff potential, but right now it seems like a lot of this is on the shoulders of Hatred, man. He's been playing so calculated aggression, which you mentioned earlier, Wolf, is on point right now for Hatred.
And now with the First Lord to come in a minute or so, TNC Pro Team, this has been the problem for them. That First Lord take or even the most crucial or last Lord take, they always find something that's unfortunate for them. They need to be able to calculate their aggression even further. Yeah. They want to secure that next big objective.
For TNC, I think the looming problem here is who is going to start the fight for them.
Well, they find Super Yoshi here, but that's the Arlot. He might still try to make a play, but they're fine for now. TNC, still fine.
Super Yoshi kind of felt that he can initiate in that case, but RC knew exactly that he has the angle because from Yoshi's perspective, he has the right angle for the final slash, right? It's like to his right.
That's true.
So that was the right angle for Super Yoshi, and RSG smartly, after not being able to get the burst down, they just ran away.
Yeah, and Nomad right now also having a great game. And even with RSG running away, they can't really stop Nomad's magic damage until they've built the right items.
Yeah. And speaking of right items, you have Durance as well as Glaive for Nomad at this point. He is just 700 gold ahead of the Harris, so that's really not that groundbreaking or whatever, but that means that Nomad will be faster for quite a while when it comes to getting his 3-item power spike. So that's going to be Blood Wings, I believe, from Nomad as the 3rd item, or the Crystal.
And we talked about this earlier. The Blood Wings update really gave it more of a priority early to the mid game.
Yeah.
Now TNC Pro Team already trying to get another play here.
They're actually going to go for him. Navs really quickly goes down. What a play coming out from Nomad and Super Yoshi. RSG might have something to say about it. They crash in. They get the brilliance out. They're happy with that. TNC, though, meanwhile, this whole time starting up that Lord.
Clean pickoff here coming in from TNC, and they're only going to start this first Lord of the game. Ryzen with tanking a lot of damage here, a lot of crystallized energy as well. Heads in a good position. Demon Kite right in front of them.
Got to keep an eye on Hatred as well. He's holding on to that Flicker. Light already being pushed back by Heads. The rest of them, Demon Kite trying to dance off here with Ryzen. They're going to hold it there together. They go in for it now. The Glacier comes down, but Nats is there as well, but Aqua somehow gets the Lord amidst it all, and Ryzen falls as well under the Zamen Force, and TNC will find the Iron Hook as another body drops, and its head and Nomad left alive. RSG comes out big in the exchange.
Not again.
Not again. Oh man. Hatred, when he flickered in, was knocked up by the Lord immediately. Just missed timing coming out from TNC. And because of the fact that he already pressed his ultimate, after he got knocked up and he went back to the ground, he popped his ultimate. Because that's just natural. We can see it through the replay. Unfortunate events for TNC with Hatred getting stunned by the Lord that was targeted onto his teammate.
That is such an unfortunate fight here for TNC Pro Team, and we talked about this. They had the lead, a 2K gold lead, and with of the first Lord, that one big fight, now RSG is on the siege.
Oh, TNC, do they actually want to fight this? Final Slash going to keep him there. Aqua's the one to fall, but it's a trade the 1-for-1. Still holding on in the mid lane. Iron Hook and land. It's a huge hook from down under as Super Yoshi is taken down. Still fighting it out. Praiser's Wrath already used. Hatred in trouble now. A triple for Kusei. He had a difficult time in the laning phase, but he's got it now. Naz jumps in, and they force TNC to the base.
And just like that, RSG already knocking in the base of TNC Pro Team. It's like TNC didn't even lead at some part of the early game at this point.
Oh, it's gonna be... You're gonna be scratching your heads if you're TNC. Surely they managed to get a pickoff onto Aqua, but that was Heads in exchange. And then right afterwards, Light landed the hook. And what we always say about the Franco, you can miss every hook.
That one hook.
But that one hook changes everything.
The walking win condition himself, and Light, statistically speaking, played the most Franco in MPL Philippines. Definitely comfortable around his hero, and sticking with the same people around his team, they might be already very used to having a Franco inside their compositions. TNC already struggling around RSG at this point. It feels like he's unstoppable. There's nobody that could burst him down right now.
That's why you say, too, this Yuzhong has really risen in popularity.
That's true.
And because it's such a good backline hero, and even if you just tank a lot of the damage on the way, you cause enough chaos in the back line that you have to respond to it. So that's what we're seeing this time around from Navs. Concealed play going to come out. Hatred holding on here as well. There's the flicker. Not going to connect.
Counter conceal.
Counter play from RSG. They're going to crash down on Ryzen. Gets pulled as well. Locked down with the Bloody Hunt as he's taken out. Frigid Glacier going to be dropped. Freezes multiple members of RSG. Stops them in their tracks. But TNC down the jungler. RSG goes in position for the Lord.
Great counter conceal coming in from RSG, and looks like TNC will have to contest this Lord 4v5 if they want to. Looks like RSG wouldn't even start the Lord. Things are not looking great if you're TNC.
No battle spells for both Super Yoshi and Hatred. It's gonna be bad. This is not winnable at all for TNC.
Unless on Nats once again takes the Chaos Bolt to the face, and he goes down. Heads gets the kill. Responds another Iron Hook. Welcome to Hook City, says Light, and the Lord will be secured by RSG.
Two Lords secured for RSG. Now Hatred is on the run, but Aqua wants some.
You can't sidestep that. Even with the Pride of Ice, Hatred will fall.
Oh man, it's gonna be they did get a kill onto Nats, but at what cost? Now they don't have their mage for this defense, and that's always generally bad. 26 seconds is not gonna be enough for them to wait, because there is the Lord marching in the middle.
This is really bad. Iron Hook doesn't land, and now this might just be the end game push for RSG.
Super Yoshi concealed.
Lord there in the mid. TNC's got to deal with it. Super Yoshi waiting for his moment. Doesn't have the flicker, though. So hold on, gonna get hooked with the iron hook. Then he's locked down as well. Super Yoshi taken out. Now Hez takes the brunt of the damage. They lose the turret. Hatred is up now. Can they keep it together? Lord is cleared out, but they're going to lose the base turrets.
Looks like this will be another continued siege for RSG, a 4v5 scenario. Finally, the dragon comes out.
Now it's going into the backside. Heads takes the damage. Crystal going to be worked on. Ryzen gets hooked. That's the body down. Nomad's out. Glacier comes down as well, but it's not enough to freeze them in their tracks. Ryzen tries to buy time, but Kosei says the base is ours as RSG looks to clean up and take game one.
And that was such a clean game coming in from